By mid-August, the tadpoles in the pond have metamorphosed into wood frogs that hop up into the woods to hibernate. Roy caught such a frog and gave it to Pie. Pie's challenge is to swallow such a big meal. Looks like it's halfway down. When Millie and Roy detect a threat, they alarm call loudly. On August 17th, when they sounded the alarm, we couldn't see Pie. Millie walks off to the left, while they both continue to call. Then we discovered Pie. He was across the territory, standing in the tall grass. Pie didn't appear frightened. Rather, he seemed curious, looking around. The alarm calling continued for 3 minutes. Then suddenly, Roy flew over the top of Pie and landed on the other side of the pond, behind the tree. Roy and Millie continued to call, Roy from the other side and Millie from behind the trees to the right. Then, from the other side of the pond, Roy flew in to stand near Pie and Millie flew in from the right. They continued to alarm call as they stood on either side of Pie. Roy and Millie ruffle. Then Pie ruffles. As the parents forage, Millie gets an insect, which she brings over to Pie. Before she disappears behind a tree, Millie lunges for a dragonfly. By mid-August, Roy, Millie, and Pie take frequent excursions into the valley, coming back in an hour or two. On September 2nd, as they were returning, they were very noisy and were accompanied by an intruder crane. The intruders landed in Bog Central, while Millie and Roy landed off to the left. This is an intruder. Roy comes from the left and chases him off into the woods. The red skin on his forehead is pulled forward, suggesting the intruder is submissive. Roy continues to call from Bog Central. The intruder flies back out to Bog Central, while Roy continues to call loudly. Roy apparently decides it's time to get physical. If you look through the trees, you can see Roy chasing the intruder. Roy flies across the valley, chasing the intruder. Roy circles to the left as he comes back toward his territory. Meanwhile, back at Bog Central, Millie and Pie are waiting for Roy. From the left, Roy glides across the pond and lands in Bog Central.